Today we are in a farm called Cheploskei in Moiben, the larger area of Moiben sub-county, one of the sub-counties of Uasin Gishu, the 6 sub-counties. The ecological zone here is midland. So midland means it's suitable for maize and wheat. And for many years, farmers here have done that since the time they took over these farms from the white settlers. So they are continuing doing that. But then for the recent years, because of climate change, we have realized an unreliability in terms of rainfall, so which affects the issue of performance of the maize crop, which requires more rainfall in this zone, and it's becoming less. So we as the Department of Agriculture, we are now advising farmers to diversify, to look at other areas. Many challenges are with the cereals, that is the wheat and the maize, not only in terms of moisture, but also in terms of marketing. So that they have challenges when it comes to marketing. They are not able to market their produce on time because of maybe at the time they are harvesting, it's wet, it's raining, and they are not able to have their crop dry. So instead of insisting on a traditional crop like the wheat and the maize, we are now advising them that this area has also potential for other crops, which are not exploited so much in terms of the market is still available, and it can also do well in a shorter season, talking about 3 months. So the crops we are trying to introduce in this region, and which is suitable given the short rains that we have, is potatoes. And we are standing right next to a potato plantation where the owner of this farm has decided, just as an example to others, to plant potatoes. So it's now ready for harvesting, and you can see around us here the maize is not even tasseling yet. So this farmer now can harvest his potatoes. He can get more per acre than the maize, and he can still put in another crop, probably a bean crop, which he will still harvest. So he can still take advantage of the rains which will still be with us until August, and still grow a bean crop and harvest. So that will be utilizing the fields well.
I want to say categorically that this is a crop that farmers should embrace, and I want to give this scenario. This crop with us here was planted on 3rd of March this year, and by 25th of April the crop was ready to be harvested as a seed crop. So a farmer can do a number of cycles of the same crop as compared to the other crops that we wait for a whole 1 year. So we encourage farmers to diversify and embrace crops like Irish potato. There is one most popular variety in the region that is called Shangi, but we also have other very good varieties. Dutch Robin is one of those varieties that are very popular, especially in the chips and crisps industry. So the variety we have here has a ready market in this region, but Shangi is number 1. So we also have a seed crop of Shangi around here that will also be made available to our farm. What you can see around here are Irish potato varieties, about 7 of them in number. We intend to bring our farmers here and be able to appreciate what we have planted. After these, farmers will also get an opportunity to choose what is good for them. The varieties we have here are different qualities. There is that which is good for table potato, that is boiling. There is that which is very good for chips, and there is also that which is also very good for crisps. So out of all this, a farmer will make a decision. So we want to say that the farmer will have a basket full of varieties to choose on what to plant. So farmers around here are encouraged to sow certified seed that has gone through our tests to ensure that the seed is clean and good for farmers to plant. So we have provided an opportunity for farmers within this region to get certified seed. The farm has set up a store that will be able to keep the seed, making it available to the farmers around this place. And in seed potato we have two sizes, what we call size 1 and 2. Size 1 is the size of 28 millimeters to 45 millimeters, and size 2 is the size that is up to from 45 to 60 millimeters. So this is a demonstration we have given to our farmers so that they can be able to grade their potatoes. Any potato that goes through that is size 1. The one that goes through that is size 2. So the farmer will be able to sort and grade the seed. Farmers who plant size 1 will use around 12 bags per acre. Farmers who plant size 2 will use about 16 bags per acre. And in a good crop, you expect to get between 80 and 100 bags of 50 kilograms. What goes through here are the very tiny tubers, and we call them charts. We normally don't recommend farmers to use this size because, for one, as the plant is young, it uses the food reserve that is kept in this tuber. So a very tiny tuber will not give a robust crop. So we always advise we use tubers that have some food reserve that will sustain the young crop before it is able to process itself. Our farmers prefer the big potato, so most of the times they go for size 2, but size 2, size 1 are all good.
Other crops we have advised our farmers according to our policy. We have our policy, the county policy, which we are operating now. We have put in the aspect of diversifying into horticulture. So we are encouraging farmers to grow horticultural crops and even some industrial crops. One of the industrial crops, which is a nut crop, is macadamia, and we already have brought this. It's a new crop. We already have about 10 acres already. Farmers have planted macadamia. Coffee is the other crop, industrial crop, which was traditionally here, but it went down. But we are now trying to revitalize, and we are now talking of over 800 hectares, which is already under coffee, and farmers are very enthusiastic about that one. So this area also is suitable for coffee already. Avocado is another crop which we are also promoting. As we are talking now, from the last 3 years, we have 50 hectares under avocado already, and there is a lot of enthusiasm as well in that one, to the point where we don't even have seedlings to supply to farmers. So our farmers are encouraged, maybe because one, our advice, two, the challenges they have had with cereals, that they really want to look at something else. And horticulture is one area where farmers then will be able to get money throughout the year. So it will not be like maize, where you'll only maybe harvest once a year and you get your money only once. For the crops I'm talking about that farmers should diversify too, market is still big. Talk about horticulture, and the market is both locally here and externally. That is, we can sell our produce outside. As we are talking now, we are doing this work with other investors who have also come in and said, we want this produce. Can we work together so that farmers grow and we buy? We even have one local investor who is saying, in 3 years' time, I will do a processing plant right here in Eldoret to process avocados. once they are ready. And he's also saying, what I will not be able to process, I will export. So we have developed some storage modules. We have even demonstrated by putting up some with some of our cooperatives here, where a farmer can put up such a structure on his farm and store the ware potatoes for up to 6 months, and it doesn't get spoiled. They can also store the seed potato, like this farmer, for example, has done some seed potato here, and can put in some store, and it can also wait until planting season.